Hello there, good morning. How are you all? Hope you must be doing great. So, from today onwards, we are starting class 11th accounting. So, without any further delay, let's begin the session. We will first understand what does mean accounting. See, there is a definition given by Institute of Certified Public Accountants, okay, America, in the year 1941. Okay, it defines accounting as the art of recording, classifying, and summarizing in a significant manner and in terms of money, transaction and events which are in part at least of a financial character and interpreting the result thereof. See, it defines accounting as the art of recording. To retain this definition permanently, you can just remember the word like RC S. R for recording, C for classifying, and S for summarizing. See, accounting as the art of recording, classifying, and summarizing. Okay, recording means to record something, classify means to make some groups, then and summarizing means to make a small summary in a significant manner and in terms of money. Okay, transaction and events which are in part at least, that means transaction and events which are financial character, only that will be recorded in accounting. Okay, of financial character and interpreting the result thereof. Interpret means to present such information, such financial information to the users. Hopes I am clear. Then okay, so there is a question arise like who is the father of accounting. So Luca Pacioli is the father of accounting. Okay, Luca Pacioli is considered as the father of accounting. Then economic events. What are economic events? Economic events are those events which involves money. Okay. For example, sale of machine to customers and rent, paying salary to employees, purchasing goods, etc. Okay. Then comes identification, measurement, recording, and communication. Three things: identification, measurement, recording, and communication. See, what does mean identification? Identification means determining what transaction to record. You have to identify which transaction to record. Okay, so only those transactions which are of financial character will be recorded, and other things will not be recorded in accounting. Okay, so it means determining what transaction to record. You have to select which one to record. Okay, and only financial transactions will be recorded. Okay, then measurement. Measurement means to quantify. Okay, it means quantification or estimation. Okay, by using monetary units such as rupees or paise as a measuring unit. Yes, then recording and communication. Recording means uh, to record something, right? Then communication. Communication means providing all the financial information to the users, and users can be of internal users and external users. Internal users are those persons who are within the organization itself, and external users are like other persons like government, regulatory bodies, stakeholders, okay, shareholders, etc. Then organization. Organization simply means business enterprise. Okay, organization means business enterprise, and organization can be profit or non-profit motive. Okay, so organization means business enterprise, and it can be profit making and non-profit making. Okay, so there are different kinds of organization. For example, sole proprietary concern managed by single person. Okay, partnership firm managed by more than one person. Then cooperative society, uh, it's also a combination or associations of persons with common aim. Okay, then company is a type of organization which is registered under the Companies Act. Then local authority, municipal corporation, and other associations of persons. These all are types of organization. Okay. Then interested users of information. Who are the interested users of information? See, accounting is the language of business. Okay, accounting convey all such financial informations which are needed by an investor to make sound decision. Okay, whether he will invest in a particular company or not, how he will decide only after knowing the financial information, financial health condition of the organization, right? So interested users of information are two types: internal users and external users. As we have discussed earlier, internal users are those persons who are only within the organization, and external users are like investors, then regulatory bodies, okay, government, tax authorities, etc. Then why do the users want accounting information? Why do the users want accounting information? To know the satisfactory return. Okay, if the company is getting the satisfactory return or not, what is the financial health or financial condition of the company. Then in order to evaluate the performance, whether it is performing well or not, to compare with another company, another organization. Okay, and ascertain the company's strength and weakness. So these are the things for which the users want some information regarding a company. Okay, another thing like to know the ability of the company, whether if it can pay its debt or loan to outsiders. Okay, and as we have discussed earlier, to know whether to invest in a particular company or not. For all these things, a user want some financial information or in an information in general about a company. Okay. Okay. Then qualitative characteristics of accounting information. See, as for your book, there are three qualitative characteristics. The first one is reliability, then second one relevance, and understandability and comparability. Reliability means something you can trust upon. Relevant means that is which is necessary. Okay, and unnecessary things are avoided. Okay, understandability means easily understandable, and comparability means to easily compare with something. Okay, these are all the qualitative characteristics of accounting information. The next come branches of accounting. Mainly there are three branches of accounting, that is financial accounting, cost accounting, and management accounting. Financial accounting. Financial accounting is prepared for three main reasons: to know the profit earned by the organization, to know the financial position or financial health of the organization, and to inform about the information to the various users like internal and external users. Okay, then cost accounting. Cost accounting analyzes the expenditure, ascertain the cost of product manufactured by the farm, and fix the selling price, right? And one of the important aspect is controlling the cost. Cost accounting control the cost. Okay, then management accounting. Management accounting assist means help taking decisions, various financial decisions, managerial decisions, and evaluate the impact of decisions and actions. Okay, then objectives of accounting. The objective of accounting is to provide useful information to the interested groups of users, both external and internal. Okay, then maintenance of records of business transaction. See, we can't remember all the events and transactions keep happening within an organization. So, in order to uh, avoid or take over that problem, we need some sort of recording. Okay, so we can need useful information when we need. Okay, so even the most brilliant executives or manager cannot accurately remember the numerous amount of varied transactions such as purchase, sales, receipts, payments, etc. So in order to, what we can say, in order to take advantages of that, we need some business transaction and its recording. Okay, then calculation of profit and loss. The owner of the business are keen to have an idea about the net result of their business operation periodically. Okay, so to know the profit and loss of the organization, uh, accounting is prepared. Okay, then depiction of financial position. If you prefer accounting, only then you can show the financial position. Okay, unless you record, you can't show what is the position of the business. Okay, then providing accounting information to users. Yes. Now we will discuss some of the terminology generally used in accounting. Okay. The very first one is entity. What does mean entity? Entity in simple is an organization. Okay. Which have definite individual existence from its member. Okay. So business entity means a specifically identifiable business enterprise like Super Bazaar, Hire Jewelers, ITC Limited, etc. Okay. Then transaction. Transaction means an event. Transaction means an event involving some value between two or more entities. Okay. For example, purchase of goods. Someone will purchase and someone will sell. So, an event involving some value between two or more entities. Similarly, receipt of money, payment to a creditor, incurring expenses, etc. And transaction can be of two types, that is cash transaction and credit transaction. Okay, if cash is paid instantly, then it is cash transaction, and if cash is not paid instantly and it will be paid at some future point of time, that is credit transaction. Okay, then assets are mainly the resources that an organization owns. Okay, and which helps in deriving benefits from it. Okay, assets are economic resources of an enterprise that can be usefully expressed in monetary terms. Okay, assets can be expressed in monetary terms. Assets are items of value used by the business in its operation. So asset broadly can be classified into two types: current asset and non-current assets. Example: trucks, machinery, okay, then almirah, etc. Then comes liability. We will understand this liability by an example. Okay, so there are two parties, one is A and another is B. So A is in need of some funds, some cash, say rupees 15,000. So A approached to B and asked for money. Okay, and B gave that money to A. So for A, that 15,000 is an obligation, and A will pay that 15,000 to B at some future point of time. Okay, so this is liability. Liabilities are obligation or debts that an enterprise has to pay at some future point of time, right? Okay, Unlike assets, liabilities also can be classified into two types, that is current and non-current asset. Current, sorry, I mean current and non-current liabilities. The next terminology is capital. Capital is the amount or kind that is invested by the businessman into his business. Okay, so amount invested by the owner in the farm is known as capital, and as I said, it can be cash or assets. Okay, and capital is shown in the liability side, I mean liability side of balance sheet. Okay, sales. Sales are total revenue from goods and services sold or provided to customers. Sales are total revenue from goods or services sold or provided to customers. Sales can be cash sales and credit sales. ओके, तो जितना भी प्रोडक्ट्स या सर्विस सोल मतलब सेल करके जितना भी पैसा मिला, वो क्या होता है, सेल्स होता है. सेल्स कैन बी कैश सेल्स एंड क्रेडिट सेल्स. ओके, इंस्टेंटली कैश मिलेगा तो कैश सेल्स, एंड बाद में मिलेगा तो क्रेडिट सेल्स. देन रेवेन्यू. Revenue. These are the amounts of the business earned by selling its product or providing services to customer, called sales revenue. बट इधर वो सब में आएगा जैसे कमीशन, इंटरेस्ट, डिविडेंड, रॉयल्टी, रेंट रिसीव्ड, ये सारे भी चीज़ें भी आएगा. एंड रेवेन्यू को इनकम भी बोलते हैं. ओके, expenses. Expenses means costs incurred by a business in the process of earning revenue. So in order to earn revenue, all those costs which are incurred are known as expenses. So again, costs incurred by a business in the process of earning revenue are known as expenses. Right? For example, rent, wages, salaries, interest, cost of heater, etc. Then expenditure, and how expenditure is different from expenses. Okay, so spending money or incurring a liability for some benefit, simply um, procuring assets. Okay, if you are procuring assets, it is called expenditure. And if you are incurring some cost for the day to day expenditure in the organization, it is called expenses. Okay, so spending money or incurring a liability for some benefit, service, or property received is called expenditure. If the benefit of the expenditure is exhausted within a year, it is treated as an expenses, as I said. Then benefit of expenditure, if it lasts for more than 1 year, it is treated as an asset and hence expenditure, not expenses. For example, purchase of machinery, furniture, etc. Okay, which that means these things will be used in the business for more than one accounting year. Then profit is the excess of revenue over expenses. Okay, then gain and profit used interchangeably, but the meaning of the both is different. Okay, so gain is incidental income. Okay, so a profit that arises from events or transactions which are incidental to business, such as sale of fixed assets, winning a court case, application in the value of the asset. These are all gains. But profit is excess of revenue over expenses. Okay, a business can earn profit in the day-to-day life, but gain is occasional and incidental. The business will not sell his assets each day. Okay, then loss is the excess of expenses over the revenue. Okay, discount, simply discount means deduction in the price of the goods sold, deduction in the list price. Okay, and discount is of two type: trade discount and cash discount. Okay, trade discount is offered by the manufacturer to wholesaler or wholesaler to retailer. And keep this in your mind: trade discount is not recorded at all in the accounting, whereas cash discount is recorded in the accounting. And cash discount is offered for prompt payment. Okay, then vouchers means documentary evidence in support of a transaction. Okay, for example, cash memo and invoice. This is documentary evidence. Then goods are the products in which the business is mainly dealing. For example, uh, there is a textile showroom which deals in textiles. So all the textiles are goods for that particular organization. Another example, if there is a fruit seller, okay, all the fruits are goods for that fruit seller. Okay, drawings. Drawings means money or kinds which are withdrawn by the businessman for his personal use, right? Then purchases are total amount of goods procured or purchased by the business on credit or cash. Purchases can be on credit or in cash. Credit means बाद में पैसा देना, and for cash means instantly पैसा दे देना, for use or sale. Okay, and purchases can be cash purchases and credit purchases. Stock. Stock means the inventory, on hand goods, and it can be of two type: closing stock and opening stock. Stock at the opening of the financial year is known as opening stock. Stock at the closing of the financial year is known as closing stock. That means closing stock means the unsold stock. Okay, the unsold stock in hand. Then the closing stock become the opening stock in the next accounting year. Okay, debtor. Who are debtors? We will understand this by an example again. Okay, there are two person A and B. Okay, so A sell some goods to B in credit. That means cash will be collected at some future point of time. So for A, B is a debtor. Debtor means a person from whom we will get some money. And for B, A is a creditor. That means someone to whom we have to pay. Hope I am clear. Okay. So let us read through the definition given by your book. Okay. Debtors are persons and or other entities. So debtor person भी हो सकता है and entities भी हो सकता है, business entities भी हो सकता है. Okay. So debtors are persons and or other entities who owe to an enterprise. ओके. जो क्या करता है, वो करता है, मतलब ओब्लिगेशन है कि नहीं पेमेंट करना है करके. एन अमाउंट फॉर बाइंग गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज ऑन क्रेडिट. एंड डेटर्स आर शोन ऑन द asset side of the balance sheet under the head sundry debtor. Then creditor. Creditors are persons and or other entities who have to be paid by an enterprise an amount for providing the enterprise goods and services on credit. Creditors are shown on the liability side of the balance sheet under the head sundry creditors. So we have completed chapter 1. Thank you so much for being an wonderful audience. Thank you. Let's meet you in the next session.